You are watching The Book Club. Every Wednesday, we handpick the best books to improve your life. The 15 Best Books on Parenting. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Hello Aluxers, and welcome back for another awesome book video created for you by our team here at Alux.com. This one brings to light 15 books that could change your perspective on parenting as a whole, or at the very least, give you a few ideas to improve your methods in some way, shape, or form. Also referred to as child rearing, parenting is the process of supporting the physical, emotional, social, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. The idea of having a child might seem daunting or damn near scary for first-time parents, and we assure you it is. However, it can be a life-changing experience and one of the most wonderful in the world. It all depends on where you are in life. If you're in a place where you're set from all major aspects, just go for it. Having a child can increase the happiness you have in life. With all this said, let's dive in and check out these best books on parenting. Number 1. The Happiest Baby on the Block by Harvey Karp. Many parents who've read Karp's book can attest to the effectiveness of his methods, and some even call him the baby whisperer. With a mix of ancient wisdom and science-proven formulas, this author will guide you on how to best care for your baby. Karp's system has helped thousands of sleep-deprived parents to calm their babies and get them to sleep. Furthermore, it promotes healthy, happy parent-baby bonding, offers sensible insights on bed sharing, sleep methods, breastfeeding, and so much more. Everything this book has to offer is so invaluable you'll fall in love with it, and you'll probably even recommend it to others. You can get this book from the link in the description, or what's better, you can go to alux.com/freebook and sign up. If it's your first time, you'll get the audiobook version for free, thanks to our incredible friends at Audible. Number 2. The Whole Brain Child by Daniel J. Siegel and Tina Payne Bryson. If you ever looked at a baby and wondered what's going on inside that little head of theirs, well, basically this book will give you all the nitty-gritty details you've always wanted to know. This is a pioneering book that discusses what's going on in your child's brain development and how it can help you cope with those daily struggles of raising a little human. It also explains how parents can directly impact the child's brain, thinking, and development. The Whole Brain Child provides a comprehensive understanding of how and why your child's brain works, along with a deep focus on how to turn tantrums and outbursts into productive growth experiences. These authors provide 12 strategies to help you navigate through the turbulent and uncertain waters of raising a child. Number 3. Parenting with Love and Logic by Foster Cline and Jim Fay. Here's a step-by-step learning manual that teaches you how to raise your children to be ready for the world when they become young adults, and it's their time to dive in. Parenting with Love and Logic is focused on cultivating healthy emotional and intellectual development that will help you lay the groundwork for strategies which will teach your kid responsibility, along with building a solid character without anger, nagging, or bribery. Number 4. The Teenage Brain by Frances E. Jensen. As a parent, teacher, neurologist, and lecturer, Frances Jensen is in a unique position to explain to readers the inner workings of the teenage brain, given that she spent an extensive amount of time researching brain function and turning the findings into practical advice for parents as well as for teenagers. If, like most people, the idea of raising a teenager makes you bite your nails and run for the hills, then you can relax now, because this book is exactly what you need. This is an essential read for any parent with a child nearing the age of teenhood. The Teenage Brain is all about fostering a great relationship with teenagers and helping them to live balanced, creative, and meaningful lives. Number 5. The Kickass Single Mom by Emma Johnson. Here's an author that shares with you the reality of the tough times she went through when she found herself alone, pregnant, and with a toddler. While sailing the rough seas of a single parent who is also trying to develop a professional career, she launched a very successful blog and networked with other single mothers who, like her, wanted to thrive rather than just survive. Johnson wrote this manual for women who want to build a prosperous career, achieve financial security, and rekindle their romantic life, all while being a badass parent. Number 6. The New Dad's Survival Guide by Scott McTavish. This is the perfect book that shows you how to attain incredible dad skills. Fatherhood is a very daunting task for any man and can be very confusing at times, which is why McTavish provides all the tools necessary for this endeavor. It will almost feel like a course, to be honest. This military-style and rather humorous guide will help you toughen up while shifting you from everyday Joe to new and amazing dad boss. Number 7. 1, 2, 3 Magic by Thomas Phelan. 1, 2, 3 Magic is a simple book that offers an encouraging and effective way to parent your kids. It focuses on quick, constructive techniques that promote balanced, meaningful, and connected parent-child relationships, along with key tools you can use in your everyday parenting life. Phelan wrote this book in such a way that you can get your kids to cooperate and bring down your stress levels immediately after you start applying what he says in the book. If we had to summarize this book in one sentence, that'd be complex parenting made easy. We recommend you visit Alux.com/freebook and sign up, because by doing that, you'll get the audio copy of this book free of charge, all thanks to our friends at Audible. Number 8. Positive Discipline by Jane Nelson. One of the hardest things to figure out as a parent is how to discipline your child while you're both angry at each other. As a psychologist and a mother of 7 children, Jane Nelson reveals how she diffused high-tension situations when dealing with her own kids, and how to avoid power struggles so you don't get to the boiling point in the first place. Positive Discipline reveals a parenting principle that centers around being kind, loving, along with having mutual respect and positive guidance. Parents are certain to find something useful to add to their disciplining repertoire, whether they have a spirited 3-year-old or a rebellious teenager. Number 9. What to Expect the First Year by Heidi Murkoff. This book follows a Q&A format that answers parents' most commonly asked questions when it comes to dealing with life during pregnancy and the first 52 weeks after the baby's born. What to Expect the First Year takes an approach that might feel a little overly controlling, but it's packed with clear, practical advice which will give you a leg up on what behaviors are coming down the line, what developmental milestones the baby should be hitting, what symptoms represent red flags, and so much more. Number 10. The Conscious Parent by Shefali Tsabary. This is a wonderful book that's based on the premise that children mirror their parents. This book will help parents to raise their kids best by first developing the parent. This mindful approach to parenting will lead to fewer struggles and a more balanced child, as well as a more meaningful family dynamic. And with that being said, you might want to check out our other amazing video, 15 Simple Steps to Change Your Life Immediately. Just saying. Number 11. Siblings Without Rivalry by Adele Faber and Elaine Maslish. If you already have more than one kid or plan on having more in the future, then picking up a copy of this book could definitely be a wise decision on your part. You'll find in this book all the tools you need for dealing with conflict, encouraging cooperation, and reducing competition. Not only that, but you'll understand how to communicate more effectively with your kids and how to treat them unequally, yet fairly. And as an added bonus, you learn how to guide your children so they can channel their hostility, frustrations, and anger using creative means. Number 12. No Bad Kids by Janet Lansbury. Here's a little groundbreaking book that teaches parents how to treat their children with respect and make an effort to understand how they feel in that stage in their life. It helps guide you as a parent toward nurturing calmer, happier kids while tackling daily parenting struggles. Furthermore, No Bad Kids reveals how to properly discipline your child so they can be themselves and not ruin your relationship with them, as well as yourself in the process. Number 13. Secrets of the Baby Whisperer by Tracy Hogg and Melinda Blau. The authors here aim to provide you with the ability to understand every whimper and cry, helping to decode whether their baby is tired or hungry or in need of a little bit more love. Secrets of the Baby Whisperer also dispels the harmful myth that parents must go without sleep for the first year of their baby's life because a happy baby sleeps through the night. The book promises not only a happier, healthier baby, but a calmer, more harmonious household as well. Number 14. Hands-Free Mama by Rachel Macy Stafford. In her book, Stafford will guide you on how to live a better life by not only foregoing technology that provides endless distractions, but by embracing the things that really matter in life, such as moments spent with our loved ones. Hands-Free Mama gives you a ton of practical wisdom, especially on how to be more present in the little moments so you can reconnect with your kids and start living an authentic and intentional life together. Number 15. Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids by Laura Markham. Using the latest research on brain development and extensive clinical experience with parents, Markham shares a simple yet so effective approach to parenting. She advocates for nurturing an emotional connection with your child that is lasting and not based on threats, nagging, bribery, or even punishment, which would create a chaotic, toxic relationship. This remarkable manual will help you better understand your emotions so you can parent properly with healthy limits, empathy, and clear communication to raise a thriving, self-disciplined child. Well, Aluxers, that's a wrap on parenting books. Aren't you glad you clicked this video today? We think we're reaching the age where we naturally wish for children, so we must inform ourselves as much as we can so generations that follow us will be stronger, smarter, and better than us in every way. How do you feel about generations that are succeeding you? Why don't you let us know what you think in the comments? You always do a good job of that. And because you have so much patience and watched this video until the end, here's the bonus book you're waiting for. Number 16. The 5 Love Languages of Children by Gary Chapman and Ross Campbell. These two brilliant authors wrote this book in the hopes that every parent would discover, finally, how to speak to their child's love language in a way they understand. Typically, parents are at a loss when their child is getting clingy or gets angry often, and they brush it off as a phase. But unless those issues are addressed, those behavior patterns will persist later on in the child's life. But when you understand how to speak the primary language of love, things will get so much easier. This book will assist you in helping your child in successfully learning, building a foundation of unconditional love for you and your little human. Use the love language to correct and discipline more effectively, along with dozens of other tips on how to communicate in a practical manner your child's language of love. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to Alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.